Hey everyone, Tony D and Little Joe with a hot take. And I'm back here on Twitter at Andy Knows Twitter feed, because if you want to know anything about Antifa, you gotta stop by Andy Knows Twitter feed. He knows it all, and he gets all the best footage. The big news was the other night, Mayor Ted Wheeler, the mayor of Portland, went down and actually hung out with the people, the rioting people. Now, let me see if I can find the video of him going down there. Yeah, this is part of it here, and this is part of it here. All right, let me see. I'm going to play some of this. Yeah, it's very, whoa, very loud. Yeah, see, they're just yelling at him and cursing at him.
I'm not going to lie. It stings. It's hard to breathe.
He also got caught up in the tear gassing. You know, I'll give this one bit of credit to Antifa and the Marxists. They know who controls things. They know where the power is because they're power-hungry idiots. And they know that Wheeler is using them. They at least understand that much because they understand he has power, which is why they want him to resign. They want his power. Let me see if I can find the other footage. Yeah, by the way, he's surrounded by bodyguards. And the Antifa guys want to get at him. I think you're crazy for going down there, Mayor Wheeler. You're absolutely out of your mind. These people could tear you apart if they get riled up enough. I would fear for my life. You're an idiot for going down there. I guess the other video is not on here, but there was video. I don't want to play it from YouTube because I got flagged, but there was video of Wheeler, and he was standing on like a raised platform of some kind in front of the courthouse. I guess he was on the steps, and the protesters were ready for this whole event. They must have gotten word, so they were all holding peace signs and then an upside down American flag, because they were trying to have like a boomer moment. They're trying to virtue signal to the boomers. See, we're just so peaceful. But then behind Wheeler, up on the wall, it called for Wheeler's resignation. It called for him to resign. They call him Tear Gas Ted and Fed Wheeler. He cannot win this. And he especially cannot win this by siding with the protesters. He's made a terrible political maneuver. And I don't know what the National Party at the DNC promised you, Wheeler, but it's not going to be worth it. It's not going to be worth it. You're going to be politically radioactive by the time you're done your mayorship, assuming there's any city left. Do you think for a second the National Party won't screw you out of whatever they promise? Do you think a Biden presidency, if it even happens, which is forget it. You think they're going to hand you some ambassadorship to like Japan or something so you could, have a nice 4 to 8 years goofing off, making a ton of money and living in an exotic land? I don't think so. I don't think so, Wheeler. I don't think you're that important to these people. And you're not succeeding in what they need. And what they needed was for you to lure out Trump's guys so you could all call him a dictator. And as I talked about in my Judge Napolitano rant, which I can't believe I had to do, everything Trump has done with regard to the DHS has been legal, as far as I can see. Now, I'm not a lawyer, and I'm not a judge, but I can read, and the rules are pretty clear. So check them out. U.S. Code 1315, Section 40, I believe it was. I closed the link. These people have been rioting for 2 solid months. They've set fires. They've thrown projectiles. They've shined powerful lasers into the eyes of cops. And now they're saying some of those cops may be permanently blinded. Not completely, but like they have eye damage from the experience. Some of those people are going to jail for it. And these DHS guys are within their rights to arrest people without a warrant. And these black bloc rioters are all dressed the same. so they could pick up anybody dressed like Antifa. Makes total sense. When they get in front of the judge, well, why did you pick up Mr. So-and-so? Well, he was dressed like a rioter. The end. Perfectly justified. Now, they might get a judge who's sympathetic to Antifa, or, an angry Democrat who really wants to cut them loose. Yeah, that's true. But at the rate Trump's going, he's going to be appointing every single judge in every judgeship everywhere. He's put up hundreds of judges all over the country. Hundreds of them. He's going to get the Supreme Court, too. He's going to stack it. And it's not even going to be that right wing, by the way. Kavanaugh, not that right wing at all. They're already angry at some of the guys who are supposedly right wing now. So this is just Wheeler you're an idiot for going out in this, because you've harmed yourself politically. You haven't done anything to quell the riots, and these guys hate you even more. You're given an opportunity. They already set up shop. They set up the Chaz right in front of your place, and you closed it down. Haven't you gotten the message yet? They don't care about you or your political career. They don't care about the Democrats. None of these people will vote for you or Joe Biden. None of them. They're not even registered to vote. They're anarchist and communist. They hate you. They weren't even going to vote for Bernie. They didn't come out for Bernie. So you're wasting your time. This isn't working. Instead of trying all this political theater, how about trying running your city correctly? How about trying showing up Trump by not having a crisis that he has to address? That would be something. Instead, you've allowed these idiots to burn down buildings and smash up businesses. Seattle has billions of dollars of businesses leaving it. You're going to have this same exact thing. People are leaving Portland. People are leaving Eugene, Oregon. I read about a woman who's leaving Eugene, Oregon. She's miles outside of your city, and she's leaving. I can't imagine if people in the city are doing anything other than leaving. And when the tax base collapses, all that free money you give to these idiot junkie kids who act like communists and live sort of on their own inside the city off your generous welfare, well, you're going to have to cut them, assuming you're even still in office, assuming they don't elect some moderate who will just go, oh man, we can't afford any of this. The city's collapsing. We got to cut all this stuff. They're just going to cut it all. Someone's going to come in and cut all that nonsense. They're going to be a law and order candidate, whether it's a Democrat or a Republican. The next mayor, the next governor, law and order. People want law and order. Joan wants law and order. She's very upset by the way you're running your city. Very upset. So, I don't know what else to tell you, man. You're blowing it. And you're not going to stop Trump. Not by a long shot. I know. You think you got a chance in hell of stopping the Trump train? This guy has suckered you in time and time again. And you're listening to the National Party? Those are the idiots who put Biden in the chair. Yeah, I know. I know, right? Biden's an idiot. Biden's too old. They had their shot. They had their shot, doggy. And look at who they pick. Now you're going to tell me you're going to turn it all around for Biden? Biden's going to dump a bunch of money on you when he's president and you're going to fix the city? No, you're not. No, you're not. Trump's going to screw you until you capitulate to his demands. And then you're going to be his little puppet. You've blown this because you're fighting Trump. He's the president. You could have worked with him. You could have said, we disagree, but here we'll come to some sort of compromise we can all live with. You're playing at this game of, we got to be in the resistance. It's a joke. It's an MSNBC brand, and it's failing. Get help. Stop it.